Hello everybody, my name is Peter Chereau and welcome to this little tutorial on painting fur. So I started in with a somewhat loosely drawn little drawing of the bear done with charcoal. Uh, this, this is on paper and using acrylics for the tutorial part of this, and at the end I also clip on a very fast time lapse of this painting that I did it in oils for an actual painting, and this is just for demonstration purpose that I'm to show you. So uh, this is a layered approach to painting the fur, and there'll be layers upon layers. And so starting in with getting first couple coats in there, and I'm putting in the second coats of the darks, uh, and just layering on paint and uh, kind of building up texture, I suppose, as we go along. Just uh, so so I started by first putting in darkest parts and then adding in lights, just generally speaking, putting kind of beginning kind of flat, but building up a little bit of texture the whole way. Idea is somewhat each layer should uh, almost show through. It'll always affect the next layer that's under there. You're just building up layers. Let's see. So this is basically how it's done. Uh, um, I kind of go back and forth between darks to lights, and now the second or third coat of acrylic paint here. I'm doing this demonstration here in acrylics. It's just acrylics on paper. Somebody asked in one of my videos if I would do one showing brush strokes of how to paint the bear's fur, and so that's what I'm just trying to do here. This is let's see what I could come up with, um, and usually I paint with oils. I'm not, so this will give me a little practice myself for using acrylics. Let's try them out some. And at the end of this whole thing, at the end I tagged on the painting in oils, so you can see that as well. It goes by very fast, and this one is just shows all the brush strokes as I did in real regular speed motion, not speeded up. I don't know, edited down. I mean, I only filmed parts of it. Though this will go on for like almost 15 minutes. Thanks very much if you're actually watching this. And so I'm just building up layers and layers. And I could just watch, but I'm sure just want to, I should keep talking, I suppose. There's a whole lot that can be taught in painting, and I want to share any thoughts I have about that. Just basically trying to be spontaneous and just make this recording in kind of in one shot. So, I took a few false starts there, and just hopefully just leave this thing recording. And let me just try and tell you what I think. Not exactly. I'm not a teacher in particular, and but I'm sorry to say there's so much that can be taught in painting. You can learn a lot from either studying with people or to read books about it, painting a lot, painting techniques and such. It can be very helpful. Um, and but in the end, you really gotta to learn. You of course have to actually get into painting. And you just paint and learn by doing. Learn by You just have to learn by painting. Learn painting by painting. And there's plenty that can be taught. Um, and so let me try and teach you what comes to mind here. Let's see, I don't know how long I've been going, but this whole thing is almost 15 minutes. So I'm just layering on the paint. I go kind of back and forth between darks. I think right now I'm kind of putting in some darks, and then jump forward, and darks, and then maybe go put darks throughout the thing. And this bear has kind of a couple tones of the brown bear, grizzly brown bear, and he has kind of grayish fur, which also gets brown and gray kind of mixed together. So there's the basic colors. There's darks and the browns and the grayish, and just building up these layers of fur. As I was saying, I kind of just go back and forth, laying in some darks, and then go back over that with the lights, and all the while you want to be building up on what I put down there already, and pardon. So You start with the biggest shapes, and the beginning kind of just somewhat flatly laying in some, just getting some base color on, and by now the painting has a bunch of layers on there and is starting to see some texture kind of painted into the texture of what the fur looks like, or whatever. Here, just going with some kind of lights, it looks like. And there he has some of this combined color of fur. So it'll be some brownish fur among the grayer fur. And you can some sort of back and forth with that. Maybe a little bit of layer of brown and some gray over that. And so I'm just building up the fur, the fur, but building up shapes of the fur. Ooh, getting to the end of this. It's hopefully said what I'm trying to say. Building up uh, the shapes of the fur. So of course you go from larger shapes and to smaller shapes, and by you know, well, as I said, going back and forth, there's a bit more darks. You break back up, break back up through the darks, and then edit it through where I put some back over with lights. And so towards the top of this bear's shoulder, it'll be less darks all through there, and because it's getting more light up there, keep that in mind. The darkest darks are, it's a little bit up, well, where it's darkest is where it's darkest. Not explaining that very well, but towards the top there, you don't want it too much dark stuff because it's much lighter on top of them. And so he's just building up these shapes. It looks like we're getting towards the end of this, and well, thank you very much if you actually listen to this. I hope you maybe click like if you liked it, whatever. And I'm just wrapping it up, and maybe you get to the highlights of the very basically the last thing you do. And here's like I'm more or less up to bring in a few final highlights and whatnot. And so it's gonna go in a second into the oil painting flip, which will go by just like less than a minute. And it looks like a few final highlights. Oh, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was it. Here goes the oil painting. And I hope you click like if you liked it at all. Thank you very much if you actually listen all the way through this. And have a great day. Peace. And there we go. Peace and love. Thanks for watching.